Citizen request to address the Board of Trustees, Chuck. Now, I've set some bad precedents. Basically, I'm starting with you. Let's start going the other way around. 5 minutes.
Good evening, Superintendent Mendez, President Pace, members of the board, fellow citizens, and ECISD colleagues. My name is Chuck Isner, and I'm here tonight to speak to you regarding concerns TSTA has about the handling of the situation at John Bell Hood Junior High and the devastating effects it has had on employee morale at that campus. This relates directly as well to the issues of fear and intimidation that some seem to dismiss entirely, or at least consider to be exaggerations. I've been asked for specifics. Well, this situation is one very specific instance. On Sunday, April 22nd, Mrs. Lewis sent an email and weekly reminder memo to staff noting the regularly scheduled Wednesday staff meeting for April 24th, a typo, which should have been the 25th, would be moved to Monday, April 30th. On Wednesday, certified staff at every other campus in ECISD received their contracts, with notice that they should be signed and returned no later than Friday, April 27th. Employees at Hood have friends. They knew this. They knew others had received their contracts. Panic began to set in and rumors began to fly. The following Sunday, the entire week, they were up in the air. On the following Sunday, Ms. Lewis sent out another email and weekly reminder to staff noting that the Monday meeting was being rescheduled and the contracts would be available on Monday and due back on Friday, May 4th at 4:30 p.m. Fear and rumors continued to circulate. The staff knew something major was being planned, but they were not being told. Fear, intimidation. At 2:25 the next day, another email again announced that the, quote, suspense date, a rather unfortunate choice of language to use with a staff that was in considerable suspense, had been changed. But it was not specified when it was now rescheduled to occur. The message was repeated 15 minutes later, but the new date and time still were not given. They spent the week wondering what's going on. Finally, Friday morning, they got another email noting they would meet at 4:30, and there would be special guests. It was only then at 4:30 that the suspense partially ended, but not entirely. They had contracts, but they must reapply for their positions. If they were not rehired and did not find another position, they would be given a job as a more or less built-in substitute, permanent substitute. And where is the guarantee that they would have a job the following year? Completely afraid, and they still are. I want to repeat a quote I read to you last month because I believe it is so apropos to what is happening in this district. The book is Breaking the Silence, Overcoming the Problem of Principal Mistreatment of Teachers by Joseph and Joe Blaze, professors of educational leadership at the University of Georgia, who wrote, "This problem has alarmingly destructive effects on teachers as professionals and as people." And they are people. One that reaches directly into classrooms to drastically undermine and even destroy opportunities for effective instruction and student learning. The power holders, that is you folks, the power holders who create this problem, and those who collude by permitting it to continue, are participating in a phenomenon that has the potential to devastate an entire school and even an entire school system. by relentlessly and unconscionably crushing its spirit and destroying educators' morale, commitment, trust, caring, hope, and basic human rights, including the right to respectful and dignified treatment. Now, I could cite numerous individual instances, but this one involved the entire staff of one school, save the principal, whose fear and intimidation tactics were the worst in the district throughout the entire year, but she still has a job. I simply ask that you do more than appoint a committee of principals to investigate. It needs to be done by an independent source.
Because of the lateness of the hour, we're going to make a couple of minor adjustments to the agenda. People waiting. We're going to drop down to item L. Request for approval of project newcomer start camp